Everybody, welcome to two things. One, our first stream, I think, back in the studio for the new year, and then two, my birthday. So I saw everybody wishing me a happy birthday, so thank you very much. Also, huge thank you for all of the gifted subs and stuff yesterday as well. So it was like that was a nice little pre-birthday celebration where we did Mod Workshop, and you know, it's always fun to get to do two PC giveaways in a row. Yesterday where we did that beautiful Frame 4000D system that we did with Corsair, and then today we're going to be building a sub $900 modern part Intel Arc build, which should be a lot of fun as well. So really excited to be here. Probably one of my maybe my second time, I don't know, maybe my third time. I don't know if I've streamed on this before, and so glad to have you guys and get to do a birthday stream and celebrate with you. Unfortunately, I was actually supposed to have a pretty nice party tomorrow, but unfortunately my family, because of my sickness, I got them sick, and so it's just gonna be one of those birthdays. This might be like the best part of my birthday, is just literally getting to stream with you guys, because we had to cancel my party and stuff like that with everybody being sick. So I'm super glad that I get to do it with you. Luckily, I can't get you sick because you guys are not here and close, and when I cough on you and stuff like that. But man, it's just a busy time. Obviously, us being heads down with 50 series testing and all that sort of stuff. But I'm excited. I love that we now have a series of what is essentially budget PC builds, right? So it's always fun to get to do. It's always fun to actually have good budget options. I know the reviews for the B580s are out. We're working on our review of it as well. But it's cool to actually see budget PCs. And we wanted to do something today that was like a little bit more of like, hey, if you wanted a PC that could grow with you over time, that wasn't on older hardware, what would something like that look like? And of course, without compromising in a lot of the things that we have as like our stalwarts of these budget builds. Landsworth, I don't know if we'll actually get to reschedule it. The problem is, Robey's, I'm actually pretty busy, so we have some stuff that we're doing with the United States Navy. We're going to be doing some stuff over Virginia Beach, and then I've got to go to Baltimore to do some shooting. You know, you guys have seen stuff with the launch of Robeytech Studios and things like that. Things are just pretty busy, so a lot of times this was kind of the weekend if we got to have a party. I don't know if we'll get a chance to do it from them. So it's actually pretty, hey guys, we almost got a hype train. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Hey, today's budget is like a power upgrade to my system. That's awesome. So we need one more sub from somebody, and then we'll actually have a hype train. And that'd be a cool thing to, I guess, kick off with a birthday. We don't have to, all that going from there. So what are we thinking? Oh, cool. Oh, Virginia Beach is your hometown. That's cool. I will definitely do drinking and all that sort of stuff at the same time. Don't worry, Sherry. I appreciate it. 10 seconds left. Is somebody gonna make a hype train happen? Maybe? 6? No, maybe not. Okay, all good. Oh no, Landsworth, no, it's gotta be somebody else. Oh well. It is what it is. Thank you very much, guys, for it, and thanks for doing it. And everybody, I appreciate the, oh, never mind, a hype train did happen. Oh, never mind, you guys made a hype train happen. So it's all good. It's okay. Everything that actually goes into hype trains is a lot of how we do things like these PC builds and these giveaway builds and all that sort of stuff. But let's talk about the parts we're putting in today's build, and then we'll go from there as well. And we're already at level 4, which is awesome. Okay, so first and foremost, we're gonna build it on the platform that most people are looking at right now. Even though Core Ultra just got a shot in the arm with their BIOS upgrades and stuff like that, it's still just not as impressive as what you're seeing out of the 9800X3D and soon to come 9950X3D. So we said, let's build it around the Ryzen 5 7600. So this is gonna be the CPU we're gonna build it on. It still is a 6-core, 12-thread. Because we actually are on AM5, that means that you can upgrade all the way up to a 9950X3D. That would fit inside of a system like this. The motherboard supports it, all that sort of stuff. So kind of a really cool baseline AMD system to kind of kick it off with right there. Now, we didn't go nuts in terms of the board. This is the MSI Pro Series. These are kind of some of our favorite around. Oh, BMOC, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Also, Lousy Soy, McWilshire, Baggins, Electric Yoshi, Joshua Wood, Landsworth, all you guys. You guys are so amazing. Thank you very much for that. So anyway, B650M-P board. Is it the nicest board? No, but it does have DDR5 support, so you can do DDR5. It's got a 2.5 gig LAN. It's got Lightning Gen 4, so you do have Gen 4. You have a couple of NVMe drives, so you could do up to 8 terabytes or 16 terabytes if you really wanted to of storage on this stuff, which is actually very, very cool. Of course, it's obviously missing a lot of some of the bells and whistles, but from a performance standpoint, the 7600 performs just as well in this as will the 9950 X3D or the 9800 X3D in this versus something like, a nice X870. But it doesn't have like Wi-Fi 7 or anything like that in it. Actually, I don't actually know if it has Wi-Fi at all. It does not have Wi-Fi. So, like I said, we saved money as much as we can to make it as cheap as absolutely possible. Thank you very much, Zero Logistics. So, going for there. So there is that right there. For the RAM, just because we're saving money, no RGB on this. No RGB on this at all. It's basically 32 gigs of DDR5 at 6,000 mega transfer. This is Patriot Viper RAM. And then we also did a Gen 4. This is the G50 Gen 4. It's still got 5,000 write, 4,800 write, 5,000 read. So it's still nice and fast, and you got a 1 terabyte right there. If you wanted to, you could spend about $50 more and go up to a 2 terabyte, which is what we'd ideally like. But even then, you could add a 4 terabyte or something like that to this as a second drive as well. For the GPU, definitely we're celebrating right here the Intel Arc. One thing we've now learned about the Intel Arc is that it runs much better on modern hardware just because of the support for rebar and stuff like that. So again, you're going to get the maximum performance out of this, both at 1080p and 1440p using the Intel Arc GPU on this one. And the blue actually looks really good. The cool thing is because the Pop Air, which is the case we're going to be using, has RGB fans and all that sort of stuff, it's going to look still very, very nice, even without the RGB RAM. And then finally, the tried and true Tough Power GF3 750 watt PSU. The good thing is, we were smart here. We did actually include the ability for the 16 pin. So if you wanted to upgrade to 40 series or 50 series later on, you absolutely could do this. Unfortunately, if you want to go up to a 5070 or something like that, you are going to have to go to an 850 watt PSU. So if you're thinking about this and looking at this and being like, should I spend a little bit of extra money? Go to the 850 watt version of this. That way you can do up to a 5070 or a 5070 Ti if you absolutely wanted to. So going from there. So there it is right there, guys. That is all of the parts we're putting inside of the build. Let's just show you a recap real quick. Here is just a recap of all the parts in case you kind of missed it or you're coming in a little bit late. You might be saying, Robey, what's the cooler? We're going to be using the stock cooler. But again, there it is, AMD Ryzen 5 7600, the MSI B650M Pro-P motherboard, the Sparkle Intel Arc B580, Team Grip T-Force G50 1 terabyte Gen 4 NVMe drive, the 32 gig 6,000 mega transfer Viper Venom kit, the Fractal Pop Air Mini RGB, you got that stock cooler, and then the Thermaltake Tough Power GF3 ATX 3.0 750 watt AS Gold PSU. So, and remember, we are giving this one away at the end of the stream. Unfortunately, the way that we are on budget builds, it's US only just because, honestly, the taxes for this, by the time you get to it, UFD, whoa! Brett, what? Dropped 100 subs. What, buddy? Okay, you literally dropped more subs than the cost of this build. 850 watts is enough not for a 5080. No, you need 1,000 watts for a 5080. So thank you very much. UFD Tech dropping 100 subs, and wow, I think he wins it for the month of January. Hi, buddy. How are you? I miss you guys. Luckily, we got to spend time together in CES. I love Brett and his team, and they're amazing. So I'm glad to actually have them here and hanging out. Brett is good people. So anyway, after that craziness, I just wanted to make sure. Thank you very much for the hey, what's up, Terrence in the house too. We got DePoets. Oh, never mind. Never mind. That's the pawn shop. He'll probably show up later. But anyway, guys, thank you very much to the team over at UFD Tech. If you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out. They're great, specifically for their short form content, obviously their long form content. And Brett is a good human with great insights in on tech and stuff like that. So let me see what else is going on here. Oh yeah. Okay. So anyway, that's what we're doing in today's build. Should be a fun build. And then let's talk about performance really quick, because that's always the fun part. You guys always want to say, well, Robey, how much does this $900 build actually? How does it perform? Well, let me show you really quick. Here it is right here. Actually, so kicking off right here. Here's our 1080p number, our 1440p numbers. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. You can just take a gander here. It performs quite well. We got 222 frames per second. If you want to do raw, 100 frames per second. Upscaling 1440p on Fortnite, you're looking at 207. For Grand Theft Auto, it looks like raw and upscaled are about the same, 140. Forza Horizon 5, 110 frames per second at 1440p. Red Dead Redemption 2 is 104 or 85 raw. Starfield 104 or 71 raw. Cyberpunk 2077, 62 raw or 90 frames per second at 1440p. Black Myth Wukong 98 at upscaled or 65 raw. 81 on Marvel Rivals or 61 raw. And Indiana Jones, obviously you have to have ray tracing and it has to do some upscaling, so 65 on both of those. And then if you want to look we'll be a little bit more fast here, but if you want to look at the 1080p numbers, there you go right there. Again, absolutely amazing build, lots of really good performance. And so very, very excited about this. And then it'll I mean, literally for $900 to have this kind of performance for that is actually really, really cool. So I'm really, really excited about that. Okay, did I give you guys all of the information that you need, except for how to win it, which we'll talk about when we actually get to that point? Yeah? And how are you? Did UFT say hi? Did he actually say hi at all? Did he just come in and drop a bunch of subs and then say, that's it? I just want to leave you speechless, Robey? I was trying to think. How does the Sparkle compare to the 3060 Ti? So the 3060 Ti, oh, he good. Okay, he did say hi. Okay, good. Oh, okay, I'm glad. Oh, there he is. Okay, there's Monkey with, okay, so there's UFD. I hope you're doing, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to acknowledge you, at least to get to see you and say hi. In terms of the 3060 Ti, the crazy thing is obviously it's cheaper. I mean, it's more of a side grade? No, that's not true, because 1440p on a 3060 Ti is, I'd say it's actually better. So, but I don't know off the top of my head, and my head is super foggy right now, so don't quote me on that. So yeah, I'm just tired. But it's good to see you. What else? Smash like. Does anybody have a good answer for him off the top of my head? I want to think it's a side grade, but I don't think that's actually true. I think it's actually an upgrade on a 3060 Ti. Thank you very much for all the birthday wishes, guys. Yeah, my head is like, I'm full of a lot of drugs. At least I can build PCs when I'm drugged up. There you go, right there. So it beats it by 1%, so that's kind of a side grade. Okay, so I was right. 3070 Ti would, I think you're taking a step backwards at that point in time. Okay, so let's get all this out of the way. Let's start building, guys. Thank you very much for all the birthday wishes, guys. I really do appreciate it. And thank you to Pawn Shop. And sorry, I thought you were to Poets. I already feel better. I mean, that's the truth. I actually already do feel better. It's just, I'm on like the downward thing. Luckily, we have a 3-day weekend. Sort of. I mean, a lot of our team here is testing 50 series right now, so it's not really, we're trying our best to rest and still do our job, you know what I mean? So, does OJ help Landsworth? I'm just curious. I genuinely don't know. I'm doing some other vitamin C stuff. I'm guessing OJ probably does help, of course. You know what does work? Soup. I like soup. So 4070 is the equivalent of a 4070 laptop is the equivalent of a 4060 desktop. Literally, it's just one step back for 40 series. I think a lot of people are going to be excited. So guys, obviously that stuff is not under embargo. The stuff that we saw at the NVIDIA Editors Day, we were very impressed. I think people are going to have to change. So there's some very interesting stuff, and you guys will see this. We'll be showing you guys this here, especially when our reviews and stuff come out here. But again, I think here's what happens when you have a company that essentially has an infinite research budget, and then they spend all of that stuff making it better for technology and AI to do what it does. And the problem is that unless other companies are spending the same amount of money, it's really hard for them to compete. And I'm talking about specifically where you are going to see when 50 series, and this is again unembargoed, and you can see some of this in other things, and there's been coverage of this already. But you'll see FSR, and then you'll look at Cyberpunk 2077 with transform ray tracing next to it, and it is like a night and day comparison. It's not even comparable anymore. That's how good, how much better DLSS 4 looks than what you consider traditional ray tracing. And the only people, believe it or not, the people who I think have the best chance of competing right now, and that's just because we've seen them, is honestly Intel. But I think Intel's going at the low end, so that's why I'm really excited about doing B580 builds and stuff like this from here. Also, with with their new timing chip that they added in there, frame generation. I mean, we played Marvel Rivals with frame gen, and it had 4 to 7 milliseconds of latency, guys. That is incredible. So even the age-old thing, like obviously we haven't gotten a lot of data yet from the 9000 series. We have to see what AMD has stuff from, so I'm cautiously optimistic. But it was really hard getting to that and being like, holy crap. What NVIDIA has done with 50 series is very impressive. And I am genuinely excited for the card, but I do think, and I think Linus talked about this, I think the world of RTX, when you're talking about 80% of their users now use RTX, guys, that is a massive amount. And I think RTX is almost becoming, it is in a lot of ways, it is just going to be required for gaming. So that's where kind of things sit right now. And I just think you guys will have to see it for your own. One of the things we'll be doing with these reviews specifically is we'll be providing raw captures of things so you can load it in tools like ICE yourself and literally look at the differences. But I have never seen, like, the games looked so much better that I really wanted to play them again because of how good they looked. And I will tell you, streaming and YouTube will not do it justice, which is why we're providing raw downloads, so you guys will be able to just pull it down and watch it yourself. So, anyway, I'm gonna get started on building. Yeah. Well, we'll show you we're gonna show you all of them, ICE, I mean, for sure, but I'm just telling you, when you look at FSR and you look at XeSS and you look at DLSS, DLSS 4 looks like it's almost like other level how much better it looks. And I just, honestly, raw, like, the thing is that for, like, I was really weird. I was watching and reading along with a PCMR where people were arguing. They literally said, if the games can't handle it on raw, then we shouldn't have that. And the thing is that feels like such a sad way to look at it, because the thing is that if we found a way to accelerate developers telling amazing stories and AI becomes an important part of that, and it's not taking away people's jobs, it's just letting hardware do what it was above capable of doing, that feels like a weird position to look at. Yeah. I got to see a sneak peek from AMD and FS. What? They haven't shown anything, so I don't know how you did that, because I don't know how you would see it and I haven't seen it. And the other thing too is if you did, you'd be under embargo, so I don't think that's true either. Yeah. I watched LTT's video for sure. Yeah, I did. Because I am me. It's gonna be crazy. Like, again, people will have to make their own decision. Yeah. It's you guys, you'll have to make your own decision. And that's really what it kind of comes down to. But I think really it's like, the funny thing is that I think AMD, Intel, and NVIDIA have all said that the way that we have to look at graphics cards and how we review them is just gonna be very different. And it's gonna be up to you to make the decision on where you sit. Some people, and you can literally look at that PCMR video and even the comments in the Linus Tech Tips video. You can look in there and you'll see that people literally are just like, they're arguing. Some people, it's arguing because they don't like the change, right? Raw feels like something that's just more feasible, more tangible, where all of a sudden, when you take out the fact that hardware itself can't keep up with it, that's where things start to get interesting, right? And so it's crazy. So. I'm sorry, there is zero way that whatever you're saying right now I believe. Because number one, I know for a fact that what you're saying is not true. So I'm just gonna leave that alone. Just flat out. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. And you can pretend to lie all you want, but you're not telling the truth. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our stuff. So that's what you were saying. That was the thing right there. The latency. You said the latency for frame generation. Latency for frame generation is less than 4 milliseconds. Watch specifically if you watch in my video, it's from oh my gosh. Sorry guys, I'm sick. They talk about it. It's less than 0.6 of a millisecond. Or six milliseconds or whatever it was. And the other thing too, with Reflex 2, you literally can have frame gen in Marvel Rivals with multi-frame generation, and your latency between click and punch, click and activation is less than 7 milliseconds. So that takes that away, Mad Admiral, because then you don't have any latency. Okay, let's go to top down here. You guys, I mean, the thing is like, it's for the first time, it'll just be one of those things that, believe it or not, I'm literally gonna tell you, oh, wow, where'd my thing go? Okay, that's weird. Did I go to top down? Yeah, I did. Why is it not working? Hold on one sec, guys. I will say you probably should go to someplace like Best Buy or, and go try it yourself. Because it's like, honestly, it's seeing is believing. Why is this not working? Ow. Oh. You're showing. Well, not having a top-down camera would be terrible. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. We're good. There we go. We got it. We're good. We're good. Now I just got to find my, there it is. Okay, we're back. We're back and we're alive. The thing is that the one thing that, and even NVIDIA said this during their editor thing, is that obviously the better the card you have, like 60 frames per second on a 5090 will feel better than 60 frames per second on a 5070 or, you know, or lower or whatever it was. So absolutely having a higher end card, but the other thing too is that it still feels really good. But I don't know, it's just impressive. But it's gonna, what do you want, one of those things, I want people to make their own decision. There are people who are more sensitive for sure. I believe that, more sensitive for sure on upscaling than other people. I feel bad, but for the games that I play, like, you know, I'm here for it, you know what I mean? Thank you, DJ Techno. And that's why we will build with all of them. And I am still very cautiously optimistic about the stuff coming from AMD, for sure. Because there are no slots. I mean, again, you talk about it, BMOC reminds me every day, or not every day, but quite frequently, AMD basically went toe-to-toe with Intel, and now they're winning, right? And so it's not, I definitely believe that this is something that AMD is capable of doing. I just feel like they have to really kind of want it. And the question is, I don't know if they need to, specifically owning the console space the way that they do. A little bit, DJ Techno. Okay, let's get our videos, let's get our stuff done. TechSourced, we actually have a company that's here local that makes them for us. They're the ones who made them for us. And we specifically went with the thickness and stuff like that. If you want me to get you more info, you can reach out. We can connect you with them if you care. Well, that quirky, that doesn't really mean anything. Just because their naming is ahead. I like that though. I just don't know if raw performance means anything. There was like the stuff, I didn't actually ask for much. Like, it's funny because my wife always laughs because she's like, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, well, I want a, some taffy, right? Like I like taffy. There's always some Lego sets that I always really like. And then there's a new snowboard helmet that looks like a beanie and then I asked for some slippers from North Face that you can use when you go snowboarding. So that was pretty much like, I'm not really asking for a ton. Because I mean, like you get like all the stuff that I really like to do, like gaming and all that stuff. A lot of that stuff we get, I'm very blessed to be able to get on my own, which is actually pretty cool. Mad Admiral, that's the thing, right? I think what your opinion is 100% valid. I think it's up to you. I will say that now though, the part that gets hard for you, Mad, is that there are going to be games that there's just things that raw performance can't do. And transform and path tracing, you cannot do on raw performance. And so I would be interested to see, and I agree with you, I'd be interested to see now, especially with just how good AMD is, how good upscaling is and frame gen, like if that trade-off is okay with you. Because I'm saying that now it's to the point where the games look so much better with AI enhancements that raw looks bad, which is weird. We still absolutely do dad jokes. You just gotta drop them in there. We're just in a serious, this is such a fun time, right? GPU drop time is always a big time for everybody. Well, I'd say that upscaling, well, yeah, you're right, but the thing is that transform and frame gen and transform and path tracing are connected. Less so, path tracing not as much anymore, but transform and frame gen is. So, because as it's generating frames, it's creating the transform stuff for upscaling. Yeah, so FSR is upscaling, yes. FMF is frame gen. So sometimes they're more interdependent than they used to be. Well, now, Araxis, it's DLAA. Well, I don't know if you can do that. It's DLAA and transform. Thank you, Falcon. Okay, we're gonna throw some thermal paste on here. It's just everybody's got to try it. That's the thing. Just try it, and then make your decision. I don't know, Corky. That's the terrible part. I think the thing is like most of it's just going to get turned on, and you won't have to worry about it. I mean, honestly, that's one of the things I really loved about AMD's approach with like basically there's a one button and it just turns all the stuff on that you need. Just try thermal paste. No, we're talking about the stuff that came from Editor's Day, Falcon. Specifically, people looking at like seeing multi-frame gen, especially with the timing, which made a massive difference. That's only on 50 series, and then also and then transform. Thank you, Hoagies. I appreciate it. It just looks crazy. And it feels so crazy. It's just nuts. So, and that's the thing is I've been just lucky enough to actually use it, right? So that's the difference. And what we are trying very hard to do, and I don't want to have is, trust me, bro, that's not fair. That's not fair to you guys. So that's why we're going to give you guys the raw. You guys will be able to download just the raw capture of stuff so you can see it. But then again, I'm going to literally tell people, go to Best Buy, go to your local game store or play where you can go it and go just try it yourself, because trying it is in some ways almost believing it, which is weird. I know, that's the problem, Mad Admiral. And even in my review, I mean my preview, right? I had said that you should not test it. I mean, you should not pre-order it until you know. And that's the tough part, because everybody knows they're going to be impossible to get a hold of. And that's the part that sucks. I agree, Mad Admiral. And the other thing too is I actually 100% agree with you, because with everything that you're saying, because I'd say traditionally, you know, and I've had this with conversations with especially people who care a lot about high performance gaming, like FPS titles, that absolutely agree that frame gen and all that stuff does not work for them, and I absolutely get it. This is one where I'm saying you really should try it and then make that call the second time. I know, that's the thing that sucks, Matt. You're not absolutely right. Everything you're saying, 100% true. Everything you're saying, 100% true. I mean, that is something you could do, Magpuller. You could pre-order it, try it. If you don't like it, return it. My favorite kind of cake, believe it or not, it's simple. Okay, so my favorite, okay, there's two. One, it's a vanilla cake with chocolate frosting. It's by Betty Crocker, and my parents have made it forever, and I love it. It's like the moist vanilla cake, yellow cake with chocolate frosting. But my favorite, like, if I could like have any cake right now and somebody said, bring me a cake, it would be the cheesecake from Maggiano's. I just think it's the best cheesecake. I don't know if UFD Tech's still here, but I had him try it at Maggiano's. We had that great creator dinner. Dan from Linus Tech Tips was there, Holotech. We had Nay, Josh, Ben. We had a ton of creators there, and it was so good. It was so good. I hate that word moist, but anyway, that's what it is. I wish, the thing is that it's just like, yeah, I don't know if, I'm hoping there's a way via G Cloud, or what is it called? Man, my mind, guys, today. What is their cloud streaming service? Wow, I'm really less functional than I thought it was. GeForce Now, thank you. Their GeForce Now stuff, it will, you get a chance to kind of try, like there's a way for you to get to try it. I guess here's what we're gonna have to do, guys. Here's what we're gonna have to do. I'm literally gonna take all of you, fly you here to Seattle, and let you try it, and then you can tell me. That seems like, doesn't that make like the most sense, right? Just why don't you guys all fly here? We'll put it on. We'll build a system, and we all try it here, right, Mad Admiral? Let's just get everybody. Yeah, you just gotta try it yourself. Yeah. Just everybody comes here, and then you can all try it, and we'll give it that way. That feels like a good video. I flew all, that's like a Mr. Beast level video. I flew all of my viewers to Seattle to try DLSS 4. Hey, Falcon, are you down to sponsor that video? Oh my gosh. Wow. And we'll do it all on a Falcon Northwest Talon. We're getting things done. Thank you, Split Tree. Guys, I am, yeah. I'm just letting you know I'm genuinely impressed with what NVIDIA's done. I also will be full transparency, know that I have not seen what AMD has done. And so until I can do that, I can't really make a call between the two, but it was impressive, yeah. Absolutely, for your birthday, I got you a 5090 Founder Edition optimized Tiki side panel. It's not here yet. I know you did. By the way, guys, the fact that the 5090 FE fits inside of a Tiki is crazy. It's so nuts. You know what, guys? I had to do something for my birthday, and honestly, I made a promise. Blondie can agree. If it's on the schedule, I'm doing it. I feel so bad about last year that I was like, unless I am dying, I'm gonna stream, whether it's gaming or whatever. But I was like, I love building PCs and just talking to you guys. This is actually a lot of fun because we're having really good conversations. And so we're just talking and building PCs. Well, Mad Admiral, I think that go try it. I thought kind of the same thing. I was pretty skeptical because there was a lot of stuff that we knew in going into it, and I came away. Once I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, poor Falcon. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Chill Source, you just got to see it, dude. There's a lot that they've done. Believe it or not, it's pretty crazy. But you got to try it. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. It's okay. And it's okay for something to be better than something else. We have to be okay with that. You know, it breeds innovation. Oh, don't throw those away. You know? Amazing Chestaro, thank you very much for the sum. No, Kevin got away non-stick. It just comes down to the people. Yeah, exactly, Chillosaurus. And that's true, but the thing is what they can predict and stuff blows my mind. Okay, what do I need now? I need small screws. Wow, these are very tiny. Okay, let's get our NVMe in here. Oh, well, I think this goes in this. Yeah, I saw that. I'm grabbing the latch now. Did they give you more than one latch? Let's grab our storage. Okay, good. I think there's a second one in case somebody installs. We only needed one for this build, and I saw it. Thank you for letting me know, Tom. Obviously, guys, huge shout out to Tom for doing all the testing on these beforehand. He tests these at his place and then packs them all up, repackages them all up retail, and then shins them all over to Seattle for us to do these builds. Teams distributed, guys. We're working to make the magic happen. There we go. Open this up a little bit. There we go. Whoa, shoot. Just throwing screws around, guys. Just like, hopefully it still works. Wow, okay. So there we go. We got our GPU, our NVMe in. Chillsaurus, I use it on, okay, yeah, I think you're gonna be in for a surprise. Because it is now. Yeah, you're in for a surprise because I have played a lot of it with that, and it is not a problem at all. Especially on Indiana Jones, Alan Wake, Final Fantasy 16, Star Wars Outlaws, all of those. And I've played tens and tens of hours of those games with it. I know. All right, here we go. Let's get the clicker. What did we say was the, how loud did we say these are gonna be? Minesweeper, FrameGen Minesweeper is all, oh yeah. 96.5, okay, that seems realistic. Okay, we chose the right ones. Chill source, wait until the 30th and the new driver. So try it in 15 days. And hopefully you're following along, guys. If you're watching this and you're trying to follow along with a build, all we did is we're gonna unlock these two slots. We only need to unlock those two specifically to drop this in. Whoa, Falcon Northwest dropping 50. Holy moly. 50 subs right there. Whoa, dang Falcon. Thank you very much for that. Amazing Chase Road. Guys, that's 150 thing. Thank you very much, Falcon. You missed the hype train, buddy. The hype, I know you love those hype trains. You have no idea what they do, but you like to get them going. Thank you very much, Kelt. All right, let's see if this works. How do I miss the hyping trainers? Yeah, no kidding. Okay, here we go, guys. 96. Did I put this in right? Okay, so one thing I should let you guys, make sure that you know that you need to make sure this lines up with the socket here. So it should be okay, there we go. You just want to make sure it lines up like that, sticker towards the CPU. 100. Look at that for your birthday, 100 right there. Thank you very much, Falcon. One more right here. 98.5, no problem hitting those at all. That's actually nice looking RAM. That's really nice looking RAM. What's up, T-Man? Okay, guys. You pooped your pants? Yeah, there you go. It actually is nice looking RAM. Without the RGB, I will say I like it better, the non-RGB versus the RGB version of the Viper. Nice, Chastro. Hey, Bane, thank you very much for the sub. Okay, guys, it's time to strip the small case. So luckily we're cranking here. It's actually going really quickly. Okay, so let's see here. I actually really like these cases. It's unfortunate that the price has gone up on these. These used to be only 50 bucks. And they're like, what, 90 now? I think is what it was. Tom, how much are they now? But they used to be cheap. These used to be our favorite cheap cases. Oh, I'm glad, Sheezy. Yeah, so it's 90. And there is a removable dust filter at the top. And it can do up to a 240 millimeter AIO, which means that 9800X 3D would be absolutely fine in this. Yeah, it was like, what was it before, Tom? I think it was 50, right? Yeah, it was 60 bucks, yeah. No, you could put a 5090 in this, yes. A 5090 will fit, a 5090 FE Araxis will fit in a Tiki. And we have pictures of that. So, That is true, Joshua. Yes, you have to change your name to Justin. So, Hometh, here's the deal. It depends on the games. Now, obviously, we can't do reviews or talk about testing or anything like that, but based on the stuff we saw in editors, we've been chatting about it actually quite a bit. For those people who play single-player, like cinematic titles, it is a game changer. Specifically just because of how much AI upscaling and the stuff that it's doing does, right? And even I really did like playing Cyberpunk with multi-frame generation, and I got to do that during Editor's Day. That is not embargoed. In terms of raw uplift, you know, it's like based on the stuff that we've seen some confirmations from people who got to do it at Editor's Day. Obviously, we don't know if those are final things and stuff like that. You know, what we saw there was 15 to 20, 25 to 30% uplift, just raw performance. So for single player games, that's gonna be up to you. Single player games with Reflex 2 and multi-flame and the timing chip, I mean, we saw 6 to 7 milliseconds of latency in games like Marvel Rivals, and it felt really nice. But we'll have to see. Like, again, reviews will be out around the 30th. You know what I mean? We can't talk about specifically when reviews and stuff will be out there. You're just gonna have to kind of look and make your opinion. I think I really like what Mad Admiral said. I wish that we could just fly everybody and let them try it and say, you know, can you make a decision? Of course, they're gonna be incredibly hard to get. So, yeah. I mean, honestly, here's the thing, Julian. If you just if your games aren't bad, if you're not having a bad experience, you don't need to upgrade. This is, okay, little bit of Robey talk, real Robey talk. Don't buy into the hype, guys. If your games are running great and you're happy with your experience, you do not need to upgrade. Need is if you have stuff that you can't do at a resolution, then you should look into it. There is nothing about needing anything. I think it's so funny how we use that term need if, like, you don't need to do it unless what you're doing doesn't work. If it does work, you don't need anything. Don't spend money that you don't need to spend. Yeah. So Julian, if you're happy, awesome. Congratulations on your purchase. You have a great system. Be happy and be good there. You know what I mean? And that's going to be up to you, right? Okay, so Falcon, that is true. What you're saying there is true. Everybody needs a Robeycat pillow. Robeycat pillows provide the kind of comfort that every human on the planet should have. You know what I mean? For sure. And if you don't have a Robeycat pillow, you should be able to have a Robeycat pillow. That is a need. Genuine need. And so much for
Robeycat, yeah. Where you at? You're a feline human hybrid who's mostly cat. You can see him sitting there near a stack of fans. Likes to cuddle with the zip tie man.
There you go. Mac Puller, that's the appropriate response right there. That was the appropriate response. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if Pig Radio played that or not. That's a good question. Rin, that's all things you're saying are true. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put in, this is not something we've had to do for a while. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pull these up. See these little tabs here? So I pull this one up and I pull the 2.5 gig LAN one up. The rest of these seem to be okay because they're just separators. So what I've done is I've bent those all the way back. And then what I'm gonna do is with this at the top and the circles at the bottom, I'm gonna pop this into this slot right here. And it just literally clicks right in there, okay? Don't forget to do this if you're following along because you'll be really mad later on if you forget to do this because then you'll just have like this just gaping hole. Yeah, so exactly. The other thing too is Falcon Northwest is not wrong. These are also good if you have a chance and you're currently being invaded at your home and you can take apart your PC and get that out. you can use it as a shiv and defend yourself if you have 20 to 30 minutes, you know? Robey, are you buying? I don't understand your question, T-Man. Oh, for my birthday? No, I'm not. So, because I have them. That's stuff that we get lucky enough to get, and I'm blessed to get to do that. Okay, here we go. Falcon, don't give him any ideas. Okay, cool, and it just slips right in there, and then when you look on the side, you'll actually see, look, and you just want to make sure when you look at the side here, once you get in here, look, none of the parts are covered. You can get to every single one of them. And this is why I bend these, not that anybody's gonna plug in a PS2, but you know what, you never know. But just making sure that none of this stuff is down and covers any of the slots. And then once that's done, you can secure the motherboard. Okay, now I need the screws, which he has put in here for me. I have all of the 4090 systems that I need, T-Man. I'm good. Thank you, though. Okay, so the screws that you need for the motherboard are gonna look like this. So they look like this. They have a rounded top, okay? They're the only ones that are like this in the bag, and there are a total of, looks like 7 of them, okay? And those are gonna be inside of the accessory bag that looks like this, inside of a plastic baggie that looks like this, okay? If you're following along, I just like to show you. PC Building 101. Joshua, that is, why would you take a step backwards at that point? Dude, could you imagine the instructions if IKEA sold PCs? That'd be crazy. Making me laugh hurts, but it was worth it. Yeah, but they would name names. It's like, take the Floofengooger Nooger and plug it into the Slossenglover. They would name all the parts something different. It wouldn't be called RAM, it'd be called Vladznushnik. Or something like that, you know? Some sort of, like, lutefisk or some sort of name that you wouldn't understand. Okay, you guys are just basically saying, Robey, you're terrible at coming up with IKEA names. Like Swaggerson and Flagdop, Klub, Mongen. Yeah, exactly. Not yet, William. Okay, so this is, wow, this is actually almost done. I just realized that this build does not take this long. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our front panels connected and all that sort of stuff. We have that stuff in the back here. Unscrew all this stuff. Okay, so we have RGB here, fans here. Well, there's all sorts of cables here. So there's gonna be some cable management work we're gonna have to do for sure. But nothing I can't handle. Let's grab all of our cables here that we need. Zip ties are ready. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we wanna get cables out of the way. Get these up here. Because I don't want any cables visible from the front. Okay, so what do we have here? So this one, I just want to make sure, let's see, okay, this one and this one. So we can daisy chain all these. This is where I have to use my mind powers, guys. Okay, so there's that one. So we can daisy chain all these together for sure. RGB. Here's another RGB cable, right here. Just gonna get all these separated and figure out how I'm gonna do them here. There's fan. RGB. 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 I think we have one more fan cable. There it is. Okay, so there's all our fan cables. Okay, so we got all that. That's all the stuff that we have to deal with fans. All we need for the case is actually right here. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little bad boy right here, and it says power switch on it. We're gonna take this little power switch cable, and there's one hole right here underneath. I'm gonna slip that under there, so you can see me slip that. And then we're gonna take this one, which is HD audio. Just make sure they're not tangled up. Take this HD audio one, and there's a hole on the far right over here. Just gonna slip it into there. Then we're gonna take this one right here. This is your USB 3.2. This is gonna go right into here, into this giant gapping hole right there. This is your SATA. This is just gonna sit down here in the PSU area down below. And then now, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep these out, and I'm gonna look at all of these extra cables that are up here at the top. Just keep them up here for now. Once I figure out where I've got a fan header, an RGB header, we'll plug all that stuff in here in a second. But this is what we're gonna start with right here. I'm just gonna kind of lock these down for now. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here's all the cables. Now they're on the other side. First we're gonna take is this USB 3.2 here. Ooh, this is interesting. Hopefully there's enough room here. Oh, wow. I don't know if that's gonna work. Okay, so interesting. This is side, but the panel is a little bit, it's a little bent. So ideally, guys, we're gonna actually have to add a little part here because that's just not safe. I'm gonna have to go get it. And we'll get a link and put it down below. It's not an expensive part, but I want to make sure it functions. So this is going to make it right at probably close, but it looks like this. It's a right angle. Right angle cable like this. I wish this went the other way. I'm gonna see if I have another one. I might have another one. The right angle goes the wrong direction. That's gonna look ugly. Yeah, here's what we want. So let's not use that one. We're going to use this one. So let's put this link down below, send it to me, and let's add it to the page. Tom. So it's from Ginto Young. There you go. So you can see it. Okay, so it looks like this. And what we'll do is we'll literally just push it down. Because I just don't want to, people are going to damage it if they don't do it. There we go. So it says Gintu Yun. So what that is, it's a special extension that will allow us to plug this into the back of it. So now that's just nice and hidden. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little cable right here. It says front power switch. It's gonna go right here. It'll say JFP1. I'll try and zoom in as much as I can. It says JFP1 and it's 2 over. So you can see it's 2 over from here. Right there, so it goes 2 over. So 2 pins to the left and then it goes over. And then for HD audio, it's gonna go all the way over to the right. Just like that. Okay, so that takes care, so that's our HD audio. We've plugged in our front panel connector right here, and then right here we've plugged in our USB. Now we have looks like we could actually do fans here. So I could plug them all into the top. And then we actually have an HDMI, sorry, an RGB port right here. So we're gonna do all of our fan stuff and our RGB right up here at the top. So we'll run it all off of SysFan 1, which will be fine. So now what we're gonna do, flip this over, and I'm gonna take this. So now what I have here is you can see I have a cable like this. And so this is just going to plug into this now. So we pull that one down. There we go, like that. So there's that. And then this is just gonna kind of sit down here. So we'll zip tie that closed right now here in a minute. No, not really. There's not really any speed. That extension doesn't add anything in reducing speeds. Okay, so we're just getting this stuff controlled here. Now, if you are going to put SSDs here, you can't do this, but I am not, so I'm going to use this to just cable manage this nicely. So I'm just going to do one cable here. Samuel Sapper, what do you mean? Oh, you need to remove this to put, oh, okay, well, good to know. The PSU won't fit. Okay, well then I will do that part. Thank you for letting me know. So we'll have to remove this to get the PSU in. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna remove it now. And then what I can do instead is this. There we go. You should give us a joke and show us you drinking something. I don't really understand what you're asking. All right, cool. So that takes care of that. Oh, request dad joke and hydrate. Okay, here we go. So take a drink. Okay, let's see what dad joke we got. I ate a clock the other day. You know what, guys? It was very time consuming. I like that one. It was very time consuming. Dad joke! Okay, let's get these done. There's that. And this. And this one. Nope, this one. Okay, here we go. So these are going to be our, we're gonna daisy chain these together. So these will be for our fan controls, and they're going to go right into this top hole here and plug into sysfan 1. So these are going to go right here. So I'm gonna take this little, I've daisy chain connected all of these together, and then the main one, I'm gonna plug into right up here, just like that. So just leave it, I'm just gonna stuck it all in there and then I'll cable manage it afterwards. And then these are all the RGB cables. So I'm gonna do kind of the same thing. Unplug these, daisy chain them together. Just like that, so they all daisy chain together. Just like, so you've got all three of the cables, and then this is gonna go right here. So we're gonna plug these in and get them plugged in, and then we'll finish our cable management. Rid of these. Oh, shoot. I knew that was gonna happen. Okay. So this one is gonna plug right here into the top right. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna take this one right here, and this is gonna plug into sysfan 1. There you go. Okay, so now we've got all the cables plugged in. So that plugged into sysfan 1, that was our fan, and then this is gonna plug into this RGB port. Okay, now we're just gonna cable manage them in. Okay. I'm gonna try to make these look good here. Okay, so this will clean this little part up. So there's all of our fans. Eight o'clock. You know what a dentist's favorite time is, guys? Does anybody know what a dentist's favorite time is? I tell people all the time. If you're a long-term Robeytech fan, you know what a dentist's favorite time is. Nope. 2:30. 2:30. Okay, there's that all squared. Okay, so now we just got to get this one squared, and then we'll have all of our cable management essentially done, guys. Thank you, Kilt. I appreciate that you got that answer. As a father, and I know that you're a father of kids the same age as mine, that makes me feel better. I worry about you sometimes. That's actually not true. I think the answer is you're blessed by too much Robeytech, and that's why you know it. I think you said that wrong, Kilt. I want this to look nice. How can I do this better? I want these to be on top of each other because then they'll stay. There we go. what I care the most about with this particular thing that I'm working on is making sure that the actual RGB bits are locked in. So that's when you cable manage, what I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure that the actual cable management, in here in the center, you see this little thing? This is what I've done is by doing it this way, essentially I've made sure that there's no pressure so these will stay connected this way, which is what was important to me. And they'll be up against the back, but the most important thing is making sure that I don't do anything that breaks the functionality of them. There we go. One more here. Ooh, I did that backwards. I didn't know you could do that. I thought were they supposed to not be banned? I thought they were still banned. Okay, and then one more up here. Okay, so this is like just to make sure that's good. These all look, okay, so let's cut these. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's all cleaned up. It's out a little bit higher than I wanted. I would have loved to have gotten it down below, but it's functional in a way that I need it to be, so that way, so all fans are here, all RGB's here, and then the rest of this is all just standard cable stuff. Now the other thing too is I'm also being really careful about down here. I don't want to like make this like have an issue or whatever it was, so it's just basically kind of looser. Not usually how I do it, but at the same time I don't want to put any undue pressure on the cable down here, because we're using that extension for the USB 3, and then we'll just do this right here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me go put this away really quick, and then we'll put in our GPU, PSU, and that's kind of it, guys. The build's done. So we'll definitely have to put in our GPU cable and make that look nice and all that sort of stuff here in a minute, but just get those out of the way for now. Flip it over. Everything looks clean up here, which is what we want. Time to get our GPU in. It's gonna add that nice pop of color. Which I think is gonna look good. I love the box for this, by the way. The sparkles. Pop a color, that's right, pop a color. So you also get this beautiful GPU sag bracket, which we'll include in the little box for whoever wins. Always, T-Man. Do you usually charge for dad jokes? Because that's not cool. There we go. Look at that beautiful card. I really do like the sparkle cards. Falcon. Ironically, no sparkles. No, there are no sparkles. Way to crush people's dreams. I don't know, where does Tombot live? Yeah, they're pretty cards. They very are. No, so a dad joke becomes a dad joke steel toed when the punchline becomes apparent. Okay, here we go. Look at that. I missed it, Tom. Okay. I think if you wanted to, you could put the little sparkle thing in there. It is leaning a little bit, just to lift it up a little bit, but yeah. It still looks beautiful. Still a pretty card. Okay, let me route the yeah, the color is really nice. Can I sign the build with super glue and glitter? I mean, if that'd be crazy. When you get all the RGB in this, though, it'll actually look pretty nice. You know what's funny? I was thinking the same thing. It does seem like the card is turned, but it's not. It's just like it's like an optical illusion. It does seem like that, though. So, well, we'll see if it works. Make sure it works. Yeah, it's not like the fin stacks are all fine. Like it doesn't look like it's bent. You know what I mean? It's just, I think it's just how it looks. Yeah. Well, we'll turn it on for sure. So. Is the Mobo straight? The Mobo is straight. I think it's fine. I know it's fine. Well, and when we get it plugged in, we'll see, for sure. Yeah, it actually goes up like this, right? So I think it has a look like it is, but it's just a bit off, yeah. Okay, I need CPU. It doesn't need it. We've put it in the other build, and so it should be fine. But it has a support if you want to. You actually have the sparkle thing, you know what I mean? And actually, if you wanted to, I mean, we'll put it in. I mean, I can. I think I don't know if it's magnetic though, but I'll have it built, and then we'll ship it so the person can do that. But it has this beautiful sparkle thing that I'll put in. I don't think this is magnetic though. No, it's not. But we have a sparkle. There actually is a sparkle wand that comes with it. So there actually is a wand for it. Oh, it is magnetic. Never mind. I don't even know if it'll go that low though. Oh, well, okay. It's funny because doing that thing right there actually makes it look better. That actually makes it look better. Isn't that funny? I actually like that. And it like makes it look better. So there we go. So the actual metal, the backplate is metal. Yeah. So it's actually a nice little extra pop of color. Mischief managed, I like it. Okay, there's that. I think I got this. Where's the CPU one's out? I just need a, don't need that one. And one of these. The rest of these are all extra. Yeah, I see that. I see it, Tom, right here. It's a weird peel sound. It's over 500, so yes, T-Man. There is taxes. That sound greatly disturbed my puppy. I'm sorry. Thank you, Incredible Sausage. I hope so too. Okay, there we go. I'm going to, what I did is I literally zip tied. So what I did is I zip tied this bottom portion to here. So this is just to make sure the cable looks clean. Now I'm going to run this. I'm going to try here. Ugh. Pretty thin little spot here. So I'm going to route this, pull it down. You know what? It actually might be better if I do it this way. There we go. So I'm going to route. Okay, so what I did is I routed this. It's literally, it has this to the, it's a split PCIe connector, and I routed it through this little hole right here and threaded it underneath the GPU. Then we're just going to plug that in right there. Then the only thing I have to make sure is that it's not hitting the, it is, it's hitting the fan. Let's pull this like, I'd have to give this a little bit more. I think I'm gonna have to zip tie both of these down so they don't, like it, this can't pop up at all. There we go. Okay. Okay. There you go. And then you're gonna have to push it kind of forward. Dang, dude. Is this not gonna... Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay, so it won't hit. Okay, we got clearance. Okay, good. Okay, so we're good there on clearance. So we got that one cable. So we just need to plug in our other cables that we need for PSU here. Okay, so we need motherboard one. Literally has a split, and then it splits into a giant 24 pin. There we go. Then this is the one that the ATX PCIe. It'll be PCIe on one side and then it'll be split into two PCIe on the other. We showed you how to zip tie that down. We have a CPU cable. That's gonna go right here. And then the last thing we have is one SATA for our RGB. And there's all our cables. We're just gonna slap it in. Well, not slap it, slide it in. Just gotta be careful with this cable. Oh, there's another drive cage we're gonna have to get out here. So up here at the top, forgot about this one. This is what he was talking about too. So there's a drive cage up here at the top. Gotta unscrew this. And then pull that out. And now we have room for our PSU. Okay. Slide that in. Okay. Takes a little finagling. Make sure the fan is at the bottom. So the fan is at the bottom, and then we're just gonna screw this in here. Well, it's it's definitely a small case. There we go. Screw in all the screws. There's 4. I'm not following my own advice. Usually I tell people to not tighten them down all the way to start them. And watch it, it'll fail me. Nope, it actually worked. But most of the time I would suggest starting all the screws first and then tightening them. I didn't follow my own advice this time. Okay. Okay, build is almost done. Now we just gotta route the cables. Say we're gonna go to top down. So this cable, it's gonna go right here. Plug it in here in a minute. This cable is gonna go in the top corner. We're gonna plug it in here in a minute. And then this one, we're just gonna plug this one right here. It's gonna plug directly into this. So it's got a little L, so it only plugs in one way. And now we have RGB power, so that's all we're doing here. Now we'll cable manage all this here in a minute. Let's just let's get this turned over and get these other cables plugged in. And then we'll cable manage it all. There we go. Okay. So take this cable, plug it in right here. There we go. We're going to take this cable, and it plugs in right here at the top. There we go. Now we're just going to tighten them all up. So we want to make sure this one's at a 90-degree angle and going down. This is where we use this fractal things to finish this out. There we go. And this one we are going to zip tie into these spots over here on the right. And then we'll worry about getting all this cable managed here. There we go. Someone redeemed Hydrate, thank you. You guys trying to take care of me on my birthday. Thank you very much, Mad Dog and Shanae. Thank you very much for you guys for the love and support there. With the subs. Remember, guys, if you do not need to be subscribed, so let's talk about winning this PC since we're getting close to getting it finished. We'll do a keyword. All you have to do to be eligible to win is you have to be US, right? So you have to be in the United States. The other thing too is that you have to be following on Discord. You have to be a member of our Discord server because that's how we verify you're not a bot. So head over to discord.gg/Robeytech. Make sure that you all signed up because you got some time there. And then once you've done that, then you need to make sure that you are following on Twitch, subscribed on YouTube, youtube.com/Robeytech and Robeytech Live. Need a longer one for that one. And that you are also, and then if you are subscribed at on Twitch, you get extra entries towards winning the PC. You do not need to be subscribed to be eligible to win. This is not a subscriber-only PC. You just have to be. If you are subscribed, you get additional entries towards winning. That's all. There we go. Okay, so we got all that done. Now we just need to clean up this little rat's nest down here. Make it look as clean as we can anyway. Okay, what I'm working on right now is just make sure the bottom looks good. Okay, let's grab our cutters. Cut all this stuff out. There we go. Okay, we'll do, ooh. So I'm going to zip tie right here just to keep this from coming loose. I'll keep the pressure there for that. That keeps a pretty clean looking inside too. All right, let's get this cleaned up, and then that'll be the last little bit of this build. All right. And there we go, guys. Build is completed. Cables are done. There we go. Nice clean. Okay, so let's get it put back together. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I missed one little clip at the front here. There we go. There we go. Ugh. That is not hitting a thing. Perfect. Making sure all of our other stuff looks good. Cables look good. There we go. The build looks actually nice and clean. Okay, let's get the top on. Boom. Okay, now side view. Nice and clean looking. It's got that little pop of color, which is really cool. And then we're gonna grab our little front. And there you go. Build is ready. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to do our zip tie count, do our sponsor for today's stream, and then we'll turn it on and see how it runs thermally. It does. Actually, I really like it. And I'm excited once we get it all blue and stuff like that, it'll actually end up being good. Okay, so zip ties, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 20. 22, it's even today, guys. Even on my birthday, 22. 22. All right, so let's talk about sponsor, which we have our VIP-CDK deals, so we'll do our sponsor today. And then we'll get into performance and turning it on. Will it post is the question, and the answer is yes, but we'll find out. There we go. Nice Falcon Northwest laptop. Thank you very much. This is the Falcon. I'll show. Actually, you know what? Instead of just telling you, I'll show you, because the one thing I actually really like about Falcon's site is, so we'll go here. You guys, this thing has been on here a lot, but let's so we'll go to Falcon Northwest. There we go. And if you go to, you can see them all here. Go to menu, laptops, and then this is the TLX. Oops, or if I click right, menu, laptops, and then here's the TLX right here. And then we have the DRX too, but we have both of them, but here's the TLX. Right now it's up to a 4060 or 4070. They haven't announced if they're going to do 50 series yet or not, but the one thing I really like is just, you guys can actually see it here from the stop, but just how good the look is on it. And then with that emboss and stuff like that, it's just a beautiful laptop. Yeah, and so it's really, 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 really cool. So, okay, that was not the sponsored part, by the way. That's just because we like Falcon. Okay, so what is the sponsored part though is, let's say for instance you get finished with a build like this, and every dollar counts, and you want to pick up a copy of Windows, you can get it here at VIP-CDK deals. Usually if you were picking up at like Newegg or any place like that, it costs a couple $100. But here at VIP-CDKdeals.com, you can pick up a copy of Windows 11 Pro here for as little as $32.45. But if you click on this, and then you hit buy now, and you use code RBCK at checkout, what was $32.45 drops all the way down to $22.75, which is actually a really, really good price. Now, these are OEM keys, so again, if you do hardware changes, you may actually sometimes have to choose it, but again, you'd have to buy 10 of these codes to equate what is essentially one retail code over at Best Buy or Newegg. The other thing too is that they've just added is Office 365, so which I really enjoy, which now means that you basically get all of the Office 365, which means you get all of the upgrades and the updates that come with Office. They have both 5 device and 1 device. I would prefer 5 devices. This is good for a year. So you can go here, basically same thing, hit buy now, use RBCK at checkout, and then you'll have Office 365 for a year for 5 devices, and you pay $32.18. And they also have game codes and stuff like that. I actually, you know what, let's see here. Never tried this. So Black Myth Wukong, this is Steam CDK. So 6257, hit buy now. But if you use RBCK at checkout, does it work? Yeah, so you can't use it on games. You can use it on Office and you can use it on Windows, but you can't use it on games. But if you want to pick up Steam games and stuff like that, this is another place to be able to get keys for that as well. So VIP-CDK deals, amazing place. We literally have had thousands and thousands and thousands of people get their keys there. And if you have any questions, they have great customer service and all of that stuff. So you can just ask right here in chat and people can definitely tell you. And use RBCK at checkout for a chance to save some money. Sears Roebuck. Okay. And then last thing I just want to remind you guys of is the budget build. So if you have questions as well, or if you want to follow along or you want to find all the parts, you can head over to Robeytech.com. We have a link to the actual video here as well, but it has links to all the parts. And if I refresh it, I bet you'll actually have that other little extra part we talked. Yeah, there's that little part that you have to get there. All the parts, and then it has a link to the actual performance. So we test all these builds. We have performance for both 1440p, which you can actually see here, which it runs absolutely beautiful. We'll show a little bit today, not a lot because I have to be careful of my voice. But we show performance for those numbers, and then you can also look here and see performance for 1080p as well. So we have 1080p and 1440p numbers. And then, of course, here's a link to the actual video itself. We'll have another video that's coming out later on in the next couple of 2 or 3 weeks. That'll be a recap of all this as well. It talks thermals and performance and all that stuff as well, which is actually pretty neat. So very, very cool. You can head over to Robeytech.com. It's also the place you can go if you want to support us. Maybe you can't do a sub or anything like that, but you can support us by clicking on these links and using affiliate links. They don't cost you anything extra. All you got to do is click on it, though. But when you shop, we get a nice little kickback, which is actually very, very helpful. So anyway, thank you so much to Tom for building the budget build page. And then, of course, VIP-CDK Deals for sponsoring today's budget build stream. Okay. You haven't missed much yet. We're literally just at the point where we're going to try and turn it on. Turn it on the PC. Okay, here we go. Okay, put that in there. Let's grab there we go. There we go. So we got main things plugged in here. Let's grab our keyboard and our mouse. Mouse. Throw a mouse and keyboard on here. Okay. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, and power. There it is. I see lights. And with the blue, you know what I mean? That looks super good. We're gonna show some benchmarks. Yeah, we'll show some stuff. Yeah, for sure. Not a ton, but we will show. And now we wait, see if it posts. Waiting, waiting. We have a light. There is a light, guys. Trying to see what light it is. Oh, no, the light's gone. Oh, no, it posted. Whoa, I saw it. There it is. Okay, it's posting. It just took a long time. So there it is. It is working. It just took a long time. Yeah, it was just training. Oh, what the deuce? What? It's the side camera that's decided? Man, these things are wigging out here for a second. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so let's get, okay, so we're in this now. Oh, so it does post. Let's go here. Duplicate. Keep changes. Okay, let's see here. Let's make sure Steam's going. Okay, so there is our build. See it from the side there. That's interesting. I wonder what there's a little red light. Underneath there. I don't know if it's what that means. There's a little red light underneath the NVMe. I don't know if that's the access light or what. Oh, the NVMe has a light on it. Oh, it's a party light for my birthday. I'm like, wait, what? That's the sparkle. Now it's got the red light sparkle. Okay, let's see what we got on here. Okay, so it looks like we have Indiana Jones and we have Cyberpunk. Let's see, do we have hardware? Cinebench. We do not have Cinebench on here, but we'll put it on real quick. I don't care about the picture. That's annoying. Okay, let's put hardware info monitor on here. There we go. Let's just download this. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab the glass because we're gonna do thermals real quick. It's very quiet. There we go. Okay, let's do our peel. Oh yeah. There it is. Okay, let's check our temps here. It's very, it's like dead silent. There we go. 49 right now. Let's go to advanced. 10 minutes, start that. It's getting all the way up to 80. Fan spinning up a bit. So definitely don't want to do anything higher than that with this bad boy. Oh, that runs warm. I mean, it's the stock cooler. Gaming, I don't expect to be anywhere near that, but yeah, there it goes. It actually throttled. Yeah, that's max demand. I did not expect it to be this bad. So I would not say that this, I would guess if you're gonna do some rendering or something like that with this, you're gonna wanna put in a different cooler. So, yeah, it is a 7000 series, guys, but again, it likes to run at max. That's what 7000 series do. But the other thing too is like, it's just, I'm letting you know, you may wanna go up to a higher, like if you're gonna do a lot of rendering with this rig, and you're looking at this as a potential budget build, you might want to update and go to like a Peerless Assassin. It's $30 more. It'd be over 900 at that amount. But for gaming, we're not going to have any problems whatsoever. So let's go ahead and take a look at gaming and go from there. I am going to reset this because you guys will be able to see what it hits at. At gaming. Okay, let's open up Cyberpunk and take a look at 1440p Ultra, and then take a look at it. And it can do a 240 millimeter AIO, yes, which would do all the way up to a 9800X 3D. So it does run warm. It's not a big deal, but it did actually hit max. There is, yeah, you could do a peerless in this. Yeah, you could do a peerless assassin in there. But you wouldn't even need to do something like if you went up to a 9000X3D, you could do that. Yeah, for sure. There's nothing to be scared of. The temp's not a big deal. For people who are using this system, it would be not an issue whatsoever. Like, if you were just gaming on it and all that stuff, you would never see temps near that. No, it's got a standard CPU fan curve, so. See you later, Ken. Okay, let's go see how it does in terms of gaming, though. And then, guys, we're getting really close to the giveaway. So, again, make sure that you ever to discord.gg/Robeytech. Make sure that you're a member there. You're subscribed on youtube.com/Robeytech and Robeytech Live. And you're following on Twitch. Those things have to all be done. And then remember, if you're a subscriber on Twitch, you also get extra entries towards winning the PC. Okay, so let's go to settings, video. We're making sure we're just gonna put it on full screen. Graphics, we're on Ray Tracing Ultra with XE Super Sampling, and then we're gonna run the benchmarks. So this is Ray Tracing Ultra with XeSS at 1440p. On a $900 system. So we're getting 88, 86, 87. Well, it's 885, yeah. Look at that right there. That's why we love this. Oh, nice little frame drop there for some reason. That was weird. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It was getting 90 and then it dropped down for some reason. It's still butter smooth though. Look at that. And there you go. We're at a 69.23. This is the B580 with the Ryzen 5 76. Let's just see what our temps ended up at. So it still hit 95. It still hit 95. I'm wondering if that seems really weird. It's running 84, 86. Okay, I'm gonna try it one more time. One more time. I'm wondering if there's like some sort of, yeah, I mean, it shouldn't drop that much. It feels like there might be it might be a CPU thing. The tape is not on the cooler. Yeah, it could be a bad cooler attach. We're gonna check real quick. Yeah, there's something's not right here. Yeah, the fan's spinning. I can literally see it. Do you remember what temps you saw? I did. We'll test it. Do you remember what temps you saw, Thomas, when you tested it? Does it have? Did we download wiper fluid? Okay, we're gonna test. We're gonna look at the thermal stuff and just see how it's looking. Yeah, I feel like something. Let me check the application and make sure that I did everything correct here. We'll just do it one more time and test. This is why we do this. Okay, I'm gonna shut it down. It just feels warm, that's all. All right, so it was that high when you did it too. Okay, let's check real quick. Luckily, this is an easy thing to look at real quick. Do one more reapplication, try it one more time. Definitely has enough thermal paste on it. It didn't seem, look, it didn't seem like I covered the whole IHS, so I'm gonna try one more time and do a better application. Didn't seem to cover the whole top part. So we'll try one more time. Maybe I didn't secure it all the way. I'll clean the top off. Okay, let's do this one more time. There we go. Okay. All right, so there we go. Reapplied. It is all the way on, all the way secure. Okay. Try it one more time. Ugh. I did use enough zip ties. Thank you for caring. Okay, turn it on. Couldn't find the side panel there for a minute. Okay, so it's in. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's do one more time. It's just part of the, there's a light on the NVMe. I don't know why it's there, it just is. So temperature, package temperature is still pretty warm. Let's run 10 minutes to see if it does the same thing. Yeah, it's warming right up. Yeah. It was definitely not a thermal. It's definitely not a... I'm going to see if the gaming thing ends up being the same. I'm going to leave it at 90. I'm just going to reset these really quick. Oh, maybe, oh, it's got PBO. I don't know if, yeah, I can look. Let me see what let's see what settings they have in BIOS. It feels like something is definitely going on. Hold on. I'm getting into the BIOS real quick, guys. Hold on. I'm just seeing if it's all, if PBO's on. Trying to find it on here. I'm seeing all the DRAM. Oh, there it is. Precision boost auto drive disabled. So I just turned it off. So PBO's off now. And then I turned on Expo. Okay, so let's see if this does. Okay, it's gonna take a little while to boot because we turned on Expo. And then I will run through how to do that again. So if you're watching this as a, and then as you're watching this as a step-by-step guide, we'll show you how to turn that off. I just want to see if it works first, and then we'll show you what I did on the screen. Okay, let's see here. Let's look at, okay, so now let's check out Cinebench. Okay, so now we have, just make sure here. Memory is at 6,000 megatransfer for now. Okay, so we're good here. Let's go to 10 minutes and run multi-core. Okay, so it's already lower by quite a bit. Nope, well, it's getting, no, it's still lower. And there it is. See, it's sitting at 83. Okay. So there we go. So now it's running at 83. So 84, 85, that's much, much better. Yeah. Yeah, it's still pulling the watts, but at least the temps are, like, it's still, the temps are 5 degrees. Like, we're quite a bit lower. It's off. I turned it off. I'll show you. But we were at thermal throttle at this point in time. But the BIOS is the latest, yes. Okay, let's see what gaming temps are going to be like now, though. Okay, so let's open up gaming temps. It's still, I don't understand why it's, I'll check that, well. Okay, so let's run Cyberpunk. Yeah, I'll see when we look at the temp here. Let me just go. Oh, what the? What? Like what? I've never seen that before. Oh, never. I just saw like a thing I've never seen before. Okay, there you go. Play. Let me real quick. Where is, close this hardware. Yeah, I was like, they wanted me to watch something. I was like, I wasn't ready for whatever it was gonna show me. Okay, so let's make sure this is good. Right now, gaming temps, it's sitting at 80. Let's go to graphics, just run the benchmark. See what it does now. It's 76, not a 7600X. It should be 65 watts. Yeah, and it's still sitting at 54, 50, 54, 55. It's weird because we were getting 90 and then it dropped. Orange, I've played it. I like, the game's amazing. Okay, so there we go, 58.69 FPS. Yeah, it feels like there's some, I don't know if there's something going on or whatever it was. It just feels like, because we shouldn't, like, we're off even a little bit in the frames section too. Okay, let's just show regular non, so if we do no art, so that's with ultra ray tracing. Let's go to regular, if you just wanted to do ultra at quality. And the latest, yeah, it's the latest drivers. No, it was fine. It was just running, it was running better and then it dropped. So just giving you guys a couple options here. That was it was just coming out of the speaker on one of my monitors. So I'm showing you both with ray tracing. You could still get 60 FPS if you wanted to, and still have a good experience with ray tracing on Ultra. And then if you wanted to, here it is on basically non-ray tracing, and you're looking at 85 frames per second, right? So you have a couple options there. So it's I mean, again, this is a sub $1,000 PC playing 1440p, freaking, and even a ray tracing medium, like, you know, you're playing 1440p. $1440p ray traced Cyberpunk. And did you say, so, Tom says use FSR for this, but I mean, even then though, right? Like if you look at this is still 60 plus frames per second with ray tracing on medium. So just showing you all the different options here. Dude, any 4060 Ti would be struggling unless it was using frame gen, right? This is not frame gen, this is just upscaling. So he's saying I could do FSR and probably get higher. And this will have XeSS2, so it's not in Cyberpunk yet. But XeSS2, when those things start coming out, that'll also make it better. You're very welcome. So we could go here. Let's go to FSR. We're going to go to Ultra. FSR. And then we can turn frame generation, AMD FSR 3. Hit apply. Let's try this. This is FSR frame gen with full ray tracing on Ultra with FMF. And it didn't seem to really do a whole lot. So it feels like XeSS was definitely the better way to do it. Oh, you might have to restart the game. Yeah, this looks terrible, actually. Okay, let's take a look at Indiana Jones real quick. Why does this keep turning up? Stop. Okay, let's take a look at Indiana Jones real quick. And then we'll do the giveaway. XeS is definitely, I liked XeS. FSR just, at least the one that it just, yeah, it still just looks really fuzzy. Yeah. I mean, you'll get higher frame rates, but it just doesn't look as good. XeSS and DLSS are kind of the way to go for that. Okay, let's take a look at Indiana Jones real quick. Let's see what our game temps ended up hitting. Dude, still those package temps, man. Okay, let's take a look at this. So let's go to options. We are at, let's go to 1440p. We have it on adaptive. We'll turn vertical sync off. Motion blur, depth of graphics quality. Let's have it on high. Oops, totally didn't add any of those. 1440p. And then we're at high. We're gonna turn off turn off vertical sync. Okay, good, we're good there. And then they should put it up. There you go. So it's sitting at 50 right now. And this is at 100%. So here's 50 at high. So this is no upscaling right now. This is at 100 frames, so let's see what we need to do. But what we can do, which works really well, is let's do dynamic. And then this will just take, so you can do dynamic, which I like, which is fine. And we'll just say, well, actually here, let's do static. And then we'll do static resolution scaling at 80%. And then now now you're static at 80. But I will say the better option here is go to dynamic, and then we'll just keep it at 60. Actually, we'll do 65. And then there you can go. You can see it's like a smooth 60 now. And this is high, ray traced, Indiana Jones. On at 1440p. And then if you wanted to go native, you can go to medium. Go to static. Oh. Go to 100. Then we'll quit, restart. Thank you very much for all the subs, guys. Okay, so this is medium. So this is getting 50 at medium. So yeah, I think you still end up, even in this case, doing, I would just go to dynamic and then just keep it at 60. And then again, now you got a smooth 60 FPS here. Which is fine. I mean, this game is a struggle, and we're playing at 1440p with no problem here. Yeah, so. Okay, guys, well, showed you a different couple of games and different options here. I do need to figure out why it's running so warm. So that's the only thing that we'll figure out. We'll get that figured out. I may not, yeah. I don't know, huh? It's not supposed to be running this warm. So let's jump into the BIOS really quick and then see what we're seeing here. Yeah, the games are running fine. Like in terms of showing you the stuff, and again, we have the performance numbers there that you saw. No, DJ Tech, no, my wife is sick. We had to cancel my birthday party. So, no, we're not doing anything for my birthday. Yeah, my wife is sick, my son is sick, so yeah, it's just it's a whole thing. Yeah, if I were you, I would just I think I would put an inexpensive air cooler on this. I think I would redo this and put a better cooler on it. I mean, honestly, I'm a little frustrated more at AMD who sold this with the stock cooler. Because every time I've done this before, it hasn't been a problem. But I'm wondering if it's a BIOS problem. What does that say, Kelt? Just out of curiosity. Oh yeah, it's waiting to load. Yeah, I mean, but it's like we're peaking on gaming too. Still going through RAM stuff. It's Rocky, it's waiting for the bill. It's waiting for the bill to get to the there you go. Just patience, guys. Okay, so let's look at overclocking. So right now I have precision. So you can do, I could do this. Let's do set thermal point 85. Because that seems like that. So they have enhanced mode. I had it full. I just put it on disabled. Let's try thermal point 85 and then see how that does. And then we'll set it there. I can try it without the side panel on, for sure. I mean, these fans are not the strongest. Okay, just gotta wait for it to reset, guys. It'll come back. Just be patient. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not surprised. We're just gonna see if we can get it to the point where this is what you do to get the temps down. No, this is why we do this on live, right? So you guys can see all this stuff live and all that sort of jazz. I'm not impatient. I'm just figuring it out, right? Like that's what we want. Okay, let's take a look at Cinebench. This should not let it go above 85. See what happens. Still pulling 90 watts. And now it's sitting at 85. There's the wattage going down. It's sticking right at 85. Look at that. And now the wattage is down at 85, 86, all that sort of stuff, which is actually kind of funny. It's like, yep, I got to 85. Look, the wattage continues to drop, though. Now it's at 80, so the wattage is going down. Yeah, it's just sitting at 85. I mean, it worked. It's only supposed to be pulling 65 watts. Yeah, I know. It's only supposed to pull 65 watts. Okay, so we've got that fixed. Okay, so let's just run... Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let's just run Cyberpunk one more time now where it's not going to throttle. I just want to see something now. Yeah, I know, and I understand that. Like, I just wanted to set it at a temperature that I knew this cooler could handle, right? Does that make sense? Okay, let's go to settings, graphics. Okay, so we're gonna get this. Let's put it back on Ray Tracing Ultra because I just want to see. This is Ray Tracing Ultra with XeSS on. Let's go balanced. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this runs now. Okay, so it's right around the same place, 50, 52, 53. It's just we got that like one weird thing where we were getting like 80, 90, and then it dropped. So which was strange, but anyway, I don't know if that was just some weird fluke or whatever it was. But now the game temperatures are fine. So we've got the temps finer on this. The game runs great, all that sort of stuff. Maybe that's what it is. Your PC's slowing it down. Well, there we go, guys. So now we've run through it, and if you guys want to see more, one thing I was reminded of is when you look at the numbers that we show on our website for the performance for these, which we were showing earlier, these are without ray tracing. These are just at ultra settings, no ray tracing, obviously minus Indiana Jones, which Indiana Jones is has some level of entry-level ray tracing. So, just to give you an idea. So that is our beautiful Intel Arc B580 modern system. Again, a system that, if you wanted to, I'd for sure probably do something like an inexpensive, like the Peerless Assassin or something like that, which can do all the way up to a 9800X 3D if you wanted to. And they're only like $30 when they're in stock, which is actually fine. And then the other thing too is, again, because we actually did a ATX 3.0, you could do up to into a 5070 very easily. You just need to go to an 850 watt PSU. But the one thing that we wanted to do is just do a much more modern version of this build and go from there. So yeah, and there you go. Okay, so let's start the giveaway process, guys. Let's start the giveaway process, guys. And go from there. So let me bring it up. Let's see here. Streamlabs. You see something? MSI Afterburner. Where, Tom? Oh, there it is. Okay, why was it not showing up? That's super weird. So apparently this works with so this apparently works with Intel Arc, which is awesome. He was just telling me, oh, we'll start the giveaway though. I just want to see this with the giveaway, which is cool. That was weird that it wasn't showing up. Okay. Okay, go to CloudBot. Okay, so we're giving away this B580. Intel Arc build. So we're going to call it Modern Intel Arc build. Okay. Let's go to settings. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna run this again. Couple things, guys, as we talk about this. First and foremost, you need to, one, make sure that you are following on Twitch. You're subscribed on YouTube and on both YouTube channels. You're a member of the Discord server. Oops, wrong button. You're a member of the Discord server at discord.gg/Robeytech. The last thing too is that if you are subscribed at twitch.tv/Robeytech and you want to drop your Amazon Prime, you will get additional entries towards winning this PC. So that's the way that it works. If you do enter on multiple platforms, they have to be the same name. So if you're not using the same name, then you can't do that. So, okay, so anyway. Sorry. But yeah, cool, check it out. Just so you know, I just found this out, but there you go, it actually does work. You can actually use, MSI Afterburner and it'll give you all the information for the Sparkle, which I did not know that because I thought they hadn't updated it, but it does work just fine, so there you go. Cool. Yeah, so we could have shown you temps and stuff too, and I didn't have to do what I would have done anyway. All right, so let's start that exclamation point, budget build, 3 minutes, starting right now, guys. 3 minutes. Okay, there we go, guys. 2 minutes, guys. Guys, don't spam the giveaway. Don't spam the giveaway, right? Because you can end up getting timed out. Just do it one at a time. You only got to do it once. You can do it twice to confirm, all that sort of stuff. If you decide that you're gonna sub and then redo, that totally makes sense. That's totally understandable. Yeah, I wish there was too. It used to do a confirmation, but it's with it being so big, so many people, it's just not something you can do. Okay, congratulations to Ishanoloki. We're gonna confirm. Don't leave yet. We gotta confirm. Hold on. We gotta confirm, guys, that it actually works. We're just waiting for confirmation. We're waiting for confirmation, guys. Hold on 1 second. We're going to confirm. Hey, thank you very much, Falcon. It's youtube.com/Robeytech and youtube.com/Robeytech Live. Waiting. Winner confirmed, guys. Winner confirmed. Okay, guys. Anyway, that is it. Congratulations to the winner. And thank you so much for joining us. We are going to be back on Tuesday for another build, which will be absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for being so awesome and amazing with this, guys. Thank you for all the birthday wishes and all that support. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, and have an absolutely amazing night, and we will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.